But
Hello. Welcome back to Lit Thick. We used to say that all the time. You don't say that anymore.
Oh, I was in my French era.
You were.
Le tic.
Incroyable. No, what would you say?
Incroyable.
No, something else. It wasn't incroyable. It's something else.
It wasn't incredible. Oh, impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
No, that wasn't what it is. No, it was. Because you just say it like it was like a period. Damn.
I don't
Mercedes
know.
used to make fun of you
She
all
did.
the time. We'll call her later.
Yeah, we'll bring it back next week. But yeah, I took French in school, so that's why I tried to act like
She
I
held
spoke
on to
French.
3 words.
I know. It's just not practical. Why didn't I take Spanish?
You know, I resent that. Because it's the only language I can speak.
I know, but still, when do you use it in your everyday life?
Listen, world
outside
powers
of your
are shifting.
family.
World powers are shifting. You never know. Maybe one day.
I know. That's why I want to put Peaches in Mandarin immersion school.
Oh my God. First of all, can I tell you, if Peaches ever just came up to me and said ni hao and started speaking in Mandarin, I would gag. Do it, please.
I know. I really want to. There's not that many here, but the fact that there are some here, I feel like I should take advantage.
Yes.
I've been thinking of getting her a Mandarin tutor, but I also feel like we as a family should learn Spanish first.
Yeah, don't confuse her too early.
Yeah, because Mandarin is just so
Spanish,
far
I think she'd be
removed.
able to pick up on it quicker and also practice it easier.
Yeah,
because then she could practice it with her family.
Exactly. But yeah.
How was your week?
It was fine. You know, these voter guys be beating my ass, but
Really working, clocking in.
I know. I really have to. I just finalized the schedule for the rest of them this week, and I got to pick it up. So, you know, just getting more help and stuff. You know, getting ready to branch out on my own. Booked my first solo brand deal. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
I also had like a weird case of body dysmorphia this week, and I haven't had that in a very long time.
Same.
But I was just looking at myself. I've always been like this, but I rarely look at modeling pictures of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like even on set, the photographers, they're always like, "Oh my gosh, this is a pretty. You want to see?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
You know, it's just a photo. Like let's keep it moving.
Because then you hyperfixate.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. And even after losing like over 50 pounds, I still feel like a whale sometimes.
Girl, same.
Yeah.
I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
If I could only, for me, it's my arms. I want skinny arms. And like, people are always like, oh, you just gotta lift weights. I don't want muscles.
You should lift weights though.
I want little thin arms.
You should do like the Pilates arms workout. There's one that went really viral a couple years ago. It was like wedding arms, and it was for people like you who want just
people
toned
like me.
arms. Yes.
No, but I want toned arms, but I also want like more. I don't think I've ever got to experience having like my dream body.
Same.
You know? And so, which is crazy because most people will be like, Tabria, shut the fuck up.
I know.
But yes,
Mm-hmm.
I want to experience what that feels like, to look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, bitch.
Yeah.
You look good. I literally will see like, you don't understand how stressful it is looking back at the clips from this podcast and then seeing the rolls.
Mindy.
Bitch, the rolls.
I was in my Google Drive cleaning it up this week, and I saw an old clip of us on the pod.
Oh my God.
I'm not. Mindy's my best friend, and she is beautiful. She knows this. She knows that. Mindy, when I was looking at that picture of us, and I was looking at you specifically,
What
I was
picture?
like, it was. You remember when we rented that studio for a short bit of time and filmed the pod in there, like the video version?
Yes.
And you look so much like a Haitian auntie.
Ah!
You look so much younger today than you do back then.
You know,
I was like,
no, but that's real. And the thing is, I don't take any offense to it because I understand that was sometimes you can see what you're going through. That was like peak struggleville.
Yeah.
I was not okay. Okay? I was not doing well. And it was very obvious I was not doing well. Yeah. It was hard. It was a hard, rough patch of time.
And I don't remember you looking like that.
Because I just looked like that. That's the thing, because it just was reality. It just was what it was.
But yeah, like comparing you now, I was like, Mindy looks so youthful now.
You want to speak about looking youthful? I have this thing, and Tabria knows this, for the longest time. When people ask me how old I am, I always say ageless. Mm-hmm. Okay? And it's because I don't like the reactions that I get, and it's not what you're expecting. It's not that people are just like, like, oh, I don't know, like a negative reaction. It's never that. It's usually just like shock and like horror. And I hate that shit so fucking much. So literally this past week, y'all know I have a new job. I've been there for less than 3 weeks now, and we're all getting to know each other. So one day we're all on break and everyone's like talking about something, and someone was like, oh my God, I just realized I don't know how old any of us are. And so they start going around saying how old everybody is. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what? Oh my God. And I was like, ageless. And they were like, no, Mindy, for real. And I was like, no, I don't talk about age because people get weird.
Yeah.
And they were like, Mindy, whatever. Okay, girl, whatever. So then 2 days later, I'm not even joking, 2 days later, we leave work early to go get like drinks or whatever to celebrate like us officially like opening up and like taking appointments and all that stuff. And on our way out, we decided we're going to go to this bar they used to go to when I briefly lived in the area where my job is, and I went to UCLA for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, it's a bar with like a lot of like college kids go to, And so one of the girls was like, Mindy, how old are you? And so I was like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. Fine. I shit you not. Tabria, I shit you not. We're walking out of the building. She's like, Mindy, how old are you? And she's one of the younger ones. So I literally go, and she goes and spits out her water. She didn't even hear the second number. just the what? And she literally spit it out. And I was like, okay. And she was like, shut the fuck up. She was like, I thought I was older than you. She's 27. And I was like, why are you lying, bitch? What were we talking about? She's like, no, oh my God, like she was like, what is it? Well, how old are you again? And I said, this is exactly why I said I didn't want to do this. And so she was like, oh my God, like, what do you do? What have you been doing? Like, what do you, I live. And I literally was like, babe, I date women, I don't have kids. Mm-hmm. I'm just vibing. You share fruit snacks. I eat all mine. Like, I'm so sorry. I was like, this is exactly why I don't want to do this. And there's like, now it's a topic of conversation every fucking day. Every fucking day.
Annoying, yeah.
Literally on the last day before the weekend, somebody made a comment. They were like, Mindy, what you doing this weekend? Jumping back in that fountain of youth? Bitch, fuck you. What? Oh my God.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, and this is why I hope nobody ever finds this podcast. But this is why, because I'm closer in age to the people who thought that they were older than me.
Yeah.
And I think that it causes this trigger reaction where they're just like, what? Mm-hmm. How do you look like this? And I look like, you know what I mean? And no shade. Everybody I work with is a beautiful person. But at the end of the day, it's more visibly obvious what their age is. Mm-hmm. When they say their age, nobody's like, what? It's like, okay, cool. Yeah. You spit.
You spit is crazy.
And it's just wild to me because it's like, I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm not out here saying, clock it.
Right.
I'm not doing anything that's signaling that I'm youthful beyond just me existing. And now I hate you hoes.
Don't say that. She loves you guys.
No, I'm kidding. I love y'all.
I feel you though, because I'm the oldest person on set now. It feels weird. I remember being the youngest. I was never the youngest person on set because I didn't start modeling until I was 25. But I remember feeling like, okay, I'm still one of the youngest, youthful,
you and the
I guess.
PAs are the same age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm the old hoe on set. And it's weird, like when people ask me how old I am. And it's like shock. Oh, I thought you were in like 27, 28.
Literally. And the thing is, it's not a compliment what y'all are saying. Because what you are saying is, oh, I held you in this certain respect because I thought you were young.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I know you're an old hoe, now my view of you has changed.
Right.
And to me, I don't like that shit. I think it's very fucking stupid. And it grinds my gears in the same way that the generational wars grinds my gears.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all trying to ride with millennial on your back or Gen Z on your back or whatever the case may be is so stupid. You guys are so adamant about it because you have nothing else to root for. Find a hobby. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Find something else because that can't be the only thing you're proud of. Well,
No,
I'm
that's
Gen
facts.
Z.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, we are all here making the same amount of coin.
Literally. And I know everybody, I feel like aging gracefully just isn't a thing anymore. We are aging in vanity. But yeah, I feel like the topic of youth is just, it dominates conversation nowadays. And even like we were just talking about peptides before this, and I take a GHKCU, the copper peptide. I haven't taken it this year at all though. But it just feels crazy. Like sometimes I feel so, ugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why it bothers me because I don't like the way it makes me feel. Because I usually don't give a fuck until you make it. You spit. And now that's all I'm going to think about. You know what I mean? And now that's all I'm going to think about. And it's like, okay, now you have me hyper fixated.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that because I just been vibing this whole time.
Right.
Like I'm chilling. That's it. Now I'm out here Googling where to get filler and Botox, bitch. I was chilling.
It's rough.
Don't do that to me. Oh my God. That was definitely a standout moment of my week because it sent me spiraling. I was like, oh God.
I know.
Because now every single thing I do, everything that I wear, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, like, but you have such cool style. Bitches in their 30s can have good style.
Yeah. Literally.
I don't understand why people think being in your 30s is like living in limbo, like purgatory for real.
Yeah.
Because you're not old.
No.
Can't nobody say that you're old.
And that's why I hate when I see influencers or whoever it may be, beauty gurus online, and they're talking about like, oh, I'm 35 and look how my skin looks. I'm like, I don't want to take skincare advice from anybody unless you are at least 40 years old.
Thank you.
Bare minimum. I need to see the results working.
Your face hasn't even begun to age for you to say that there's a badge of honor in you looking this way. You're not old. Like, it really is so weird because everybody else wants you to feel like you an old hoe. And I'm only 4 years older than you, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only 5 years older than, like, it's not even that crazy of a disparity in age, but just it being able to say 20 in front of it is the biggest difference.
Yeah.
I've seen people in their 40s who are flyer than me and more youthful looking than me.
Yep.
Y'all, the number don't really mean as much as you think it is. Because I've also seen 20-somethings with a hard-ass face.
That's
Caroline Levitt.
Bitch, she's not even 30
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you. You think if she was employed in my job and they were like, everybody say they age, niggas want to spit at that too?
Oh, child. I can't believe she's not 30. That's crazy.
Bitch, I can't believe she's not 40.
I mean, facts. But yeah.
Hate will age you.
Yeah.
I sure will. And that's why I look like this, because I love everybody.
Exactly.
Except for those who deserve to be hated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exude positivity and it will reflect in your appearance.
Absolutely.
Mindy and I saw the Michael Jackson movie last night.
Oh my gosh.
Mindy, who is the harshest critic. How did you like it?
The thing is, I'm not a harsh
You are
critic.
harsh.
I'm not a harsh critic.
Are.
But the thing is, I think that when you take on something as big as the life story of Michael Jackson, especially in knowing that a lot of the people who were pivotal characters in this are still alive, and you don't do it justice, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Because it could have just been a montage. They could have just did a Beeloween.
No, honestly,
No, it really could have
if
just
they
been
do that, I am going.
Okay. It could have been a musical
Yeah.
of just like a montage of his greatest hits, because all of the musical like portions, fantastic. fantastic.
Excellent.
I will give them that. Ate it up. The choreography, like Jafar ate that shit up. The little boy that played Baby Michael ate that shit up. I was literally I was impressed, truthfully.
Mm-hmm.
But the storyline, weak as fuck.
I will say it's an impossible task to do a proper biopic about Michael Jackson because of all.
I don't agree.
No, I do, because of all the constraints placed on it.
The OG was so good. The one that we all grew up watching on BET.
Yeah, but that didn't include everything. Like, now that we have from his birth to his death, he has completed his life.
Yeah.
It's an impossible task to create a biopic about Michael Jackson. So I think you just have to go into it knowing that, because they originally said they filmed like a 4-hour movie. And they had to cut so much out of it because of,
people didn't want to be
exactly legalities and everything like that.
Janet, there's not even an ounce of evidence of her existence in this film.
Even the brothers, like when Callie brought it up today, they only mentioned their names one time in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And as a tribute, I think it was excellent. Still kind of, I don't want to say underwhelming. I just wanted more. Mm-hmm. If Jafar just did, like you said, a Beatles of Michael Jackson's music career,
I would eat it up.
I would eat it up, because he embodied him. He embodied his soul.
So good.
He was so good.
But I still don't know shit about what Michael was really thinking or feeling in any of his scenarios. We don't know. If I watch this film, I would assume that he had no close relationship to anybody in his family aside from his mom.
Yes.
He grew up, he was in the house with his entire family until he moved to Neverland. Mm-hmm. How is it that you have no intimate moments with your siblings?
Yeah. Even his relationship with Quincy, it just felt like Quincy was a random producer.
He just popped up.
Yes.
We saw his face twice. Yes. Even Barry Gordy.
Yes.
You had this one touching moment, and then it was just gone until it was a 25-year anniversary.
Right. So as a tribute, it was amazing. As a movie, it wasn't good. Like from a technical standpoint, from telling a story, a narrative, it wasn't great.
Yes.
But I am going to see it again for a second time. So that tells you all you need to know.
The performances, honestly, I understand you watching it again, because it was amazing.
It was so good. Like you said, Baby Michael, those were his vocals.
Yeah, it was so good.
And I looked it up. They did a mix of Jafar and Michael's vocals.
Wait, Jafar was singing?
Jafar was singing, and they blended them together.
Oh, because Jafar can't sing.
I don't know if he can't sing.
No, I'm pretty sure Jafar can't. I remember when the film was being put into production, they were saying that Jafar literally. I have to find it and show it to you after the podcast. But there's a clip of him in the studio, practicing, and they were like, "Ooh."
I mean, I'm sure he learned, because he got his voice down. He got his moves down. I mean, I'm so glad.
But also, it's the family. I think the familial connection. You can tell that is his voice emulating Michael's. His actual voice is in that.
Yeah.
He has a soft-spoken voice. I think that a lot of his demeanor was in it as well. I was sitting there and I genuinely thought to myself, Michael would be so proud of Jafar.
Yeah.
I don't think he would like the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that he would be so proud of Jafar. Because all I could think about as well was Flex Washington.
Not even on the same plane. No.
I still can't believe they did that. Flex Washington, my complexion, and they powdered this man's face.
That was such a crazy choice.
He can't even sing. He don't even dance that well. There was so many people they could have went with. Genuine was right there. Anybody else?
Honestly, Genuine would have been a better pick than Flex.
Flex Washington?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Anyway.
Oh, and Coleman Domingo. Domingo,
my God,
is a fantastic actor. I don't think he has an Oscar yet, but he absolutely deserves one.
Coleman Domingo,
God, he's so good.
Made me feel so much anger.
Yes.
When watching him in this film, because he portrayed the role so well. Mm-hmm. So well.
And the fact that they didn't even show how far Joe Jackson went with raising his kids and the abuse that he inflicted on his family. They didn't even show, they just tapped the surface on that. But the fact that Coleman made me so scared, the tension that he's able to create in scenes.
That man is
he's
so
talented. Fuck, I will see anything.
Gave me chills. Gave me chills.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Nia, love you.
She was good.
She was good, but the entire time she had the same demeanor and the same face.
I think that was on purpose.
But I don't understand why.
Because, I mean, obviously, I don't know Katherine Jackson. She's still alive. But that's the role she played. She was like the soft-spoken wife. She didn't intervene. She loved her kids down, but she was like under the thumb of her husband.
But they didn't even show that. I think that's what like the disconnect was. There wasn't enough like ground laid out for me to understand because
no exposition.
Because no, for real, because it like opens up with her in the kitchen listening to her man abuse her children, and she's just setting the table. Then he beats the shit out this little boy after taking them hours away to go perform. They got school the next day, and then tells them they have to stay up and practice instead of going to bed. And she watches him beat the shit out this baby, and he goes and locks himself in the bathroom. And then she's like, Michael, it's mother. Girl. I wanted to smack the shit out of her too. I did. And the thing is, I recognize fully that it's the storyline, the lack thereof that made me feel that way.
You had to fill in a lot of gaps.
Because thinking that a mother would allow that, especially when it was clearly, they made it seem like Michael was her favorite. And that they had a bond that was very different than all the other kids. I never even heard her say none of the other kids by name, like call them by name. She didn't hug nobody. Reby wasn't in it. Janet wasn't in it.
Another one wasn't in it either. I can't remember who.
No,
they had 10. There was one boy that wasn't in it.
In the Jackson 5?
Yeah.
He was the son that wasn't in the band?
In the movie, they had like 10 kids.
No.
They had 10 kids. How many kids did you see on screen?
They did not have 10 kids.
Yes, they did. I looked it up. They had 10 kids.
Oh, well, there's a brother I never heard of.
Yeah.
I thought the Jackson 5 was all the boys.
No, they had a couple more.
Oh, shit. All I know is the boys, Reby, LaToya, Janet.
How many is that?
That's 8.
So they had two more.
What?
And then Joe Jackson had another kid.
Yeah, but we don't, that's fine.
But yeah.
Damn. All in all, y'all, do not let us discourage you from going to see it.
No, I highly recommend go see it because part 2 apparently is contingent on the success of part 1. And I'm so curious to see how they handle the second half of his story.
Because y'all have to be hearing this feedback. I know that they are.
But I'm just saying, like, with the allegations, because I don't think legally they can delve into that area as well. So, like, how are you going to portray that?
Because they also never explained why Michael was the way that he was, because they could have easily emphasized, like they did emphasize the abuse he faced, but they didn't emphasize how that abuse affected him at all. And so there was one scene that really made me feel cringy as fuck. I literally was like, oh my God, I can't watch this. When he was in the hospital talking to that little boy and he called him a doo-doo head. And it was like very like in the conversation, just like, oh, you're such a doo-doo head.
Yeah.
He was like 30. Not 30. He was like 25.
No, he was in his 20s,
But you're talking to a 10-year-old like y'all are besties. I need someone to explain that. Because I do believe that Michael was harmless. I do. I believe that he was very soft and very soft-spoken. I think that he was traumatized. And I think that he dealt with like a very intense version of PTSD, you know, that may have stunted his like, you know, growth in terms of socializing or whatever. I get that, but I need you to explain that before you just jump into him building a home called Neverland and inviting children in.
Yeah, I agree. That's why this could have easily been 3-part series. Jackson 5 up until his solo career, his peak, and then the quote unquote downfall, right? Yeah. And each one of those could have been at least 3 hours long.
Absolutely.
Easily.
For sure.
Easily. But yeah, we don't have that scene set for us. We don't see like he never went to school. Did he ever graduate? I assume not.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Did he graduate? And I was thinking to myself too, they were in school. Did he have friends?
No.
Before?
Oh, before.
Before, like, did he have friends before? And maybe a
Yeah.
part of him being stunted is the fact that he was now no longer around children his age.
Yeah.
Like, how does that play into things?
I mean, he had a pet rat, Mindy. He made a song
Yeah.
about his pet rat, Ben.
He did.
Like,
But then it's like that isolation. Explain that level of isolation, and you have 9 siblings.
that's crazy.
Where is I need the answer.
I feel it, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Mhm.
Like, even Janet is socialized well.
Mm-hmm.
If there's something else at play, explain it to us. There's no way they never tried to figure something out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel like biopics are kind of intrusive. And I was, when we left, I was talking to Jade about it, and I was like, I really love being able to watch things like this. And I think that I would love if every icon had their own biopic, right? But there are certain people who I know will probably never get one from, like Beyonce. Like Beyonce, we could have had 3 movies about her life already.
Yeah, but no. It will happen when she's long gone and probably when her kids are gone.
That's
too.
what I said. I was like, I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where she got to be out of there completely.
Yeah.
I don't even think Blue would do it.
No, exactly.
But or I could see Beyonce doing something where she does it herself.
No, exactly.
And
she
then
has
releases
to be in
a
control of
document.
it.
Yeah,
you know
releases a
she is
documentary.
probably going to do that.
I think she is too.
Yeah, she has years of
gonna
footage.
have all the information, including the elevator fight and all that shit.
I don't
can
think
see her
she's going to
doing
give us tea.
I think she will.
I don't know.
I think she will because no shade. I feel like I think they're gonna get divorced eventually.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if they'll ever get divorced. It would be one of the most expensive divorces in history.
Well, then maybe for the money part, maybe not. But I just feel like she's a little bit over it.
We'll see. It seems like she's gearing up for Act 3.
Yeah.
These posts she getting active.
She's been a lot.
Met Gala's coming soon.
Mhm.
So
Which
I'm
I'm still
ready.
mad. I'm still mad about the Met Gala, but whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else to say?
I got a car.
Mindy.
You took it all the wind in the room.
That was genuine joy. Mindy got a hybrid vehicle, the BMW i3, which was one of my dream cars at one point. So I am genuinely excited. For all of those who are looking it up right now.
And they're like, ew.
Fuck y'all. Y'all have no vision. I do not give a fuck. Yes, the car was discontinued because people didn't buy it. I don't care. I love that car.
It's a very acquired taste.
Yes.
Like the car itself is really great. I will say, I think that it's a great commuter car. It's not a car to travel long distances in, but it is really affordable. It's really safe. And I know that it looks like a little pug.
It's so cute.
It's cute.
Yes.
Yes. It's my first time driving for real since I almost died.
Yes.
It's a new era. And it's so crazy because like astrology really be astrologying. No,
What?
I'm so serious. So like the astrology girlies clock in. But Uranus just left Taurus and went into Gemini, and it's been in Taurus for about 8 years, which is literally it went into Taurus the same year that I got into my reg. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so I was carless that entire transit.
Wow.
And Uranus was opposing my 3rd house of like short distance travel in cars. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I
Where
know.
your Gemini's in your 11th or 10th?
It's so Gemini's in my 3rd. No,
It's
no,
in
no,
your
no.
no.
No, that's a lie. I'm tripping. Not Gemini. I'm tripping. Scorpio is opposing. It was opposing.
Oh, okay.
So majority of my 3rd house is Scorpio, even though my 4th house cusp is Scorpio. But you know.
Yeah.
So astrology be astrologying real bad. And now I have a car again. So
I love
praise
it
God.
so much. I can't wait till you take me somewhere.
Listen, I was driving Jade around for the first day. I'm not gonna lie, it was shaky. It was shaky. No, Tabria, I promise you, I was like this. And Jade literally had like one hand here, one hand, and she'd be like,
oh my God.
She was like hitting the brake for me. I was like, girl, relax, it's fine. But she's never seen me drive before.
Yeah.
So for her, it was new. Day 2, though, I'm whipping it.
Okay, period.
You know, I'm listening to my ebooks, trying to stay calm. Doing it. PTSD is no hoe.
No, it's very real.
It's very real. So I'm taking my time with it. I'm not trying to like do too much. I literally just need to get from my place to my job and back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for that.
Yeah. No more Uber. The last week that I Ubered, in 3 days, it was every way was $50.
Damn.
So literally, I was spending $100 a day to go to work. $100 a day, and then God forbid I gotta get some like groceries.
Yeah.
God forbid I gotta go pick some shit up or do some shit. Oh yeah.
What you spend in a week on Uber is what your car expenses are for the month.
It was more.
Damn.
Literally, it was more. Yeah. I think it was like $430 I calculated from one full week of work.
Damn.
No more though.
No. We're done.
Yes. And it only cost me like $3 to fill my battery up.
Period.
It's nice.
We love being electric over here.
Yes, we do, guys. Save the planet. Okay.
Well, the way that we use electricity doesn't really save the planet, but you know, hopefully we get there. Hopefully they stop killing these scientists and we get there one day. God. Damn, because some more just died. Me and Mindy we're gonna do a deep dive episode on this, so we're not even gonna talk about that today. I think at least one, and I think 2 more have died between last week and this week. So.
And it's not just American scientists, guys. There have been a series of scientists in China that have died too. Like, this is everywhere. And I feel like these scientists have stumbled across something that's so big, they don't want to risk it getting out. And I
need y'all to leak it or something.
Something.
Just let it out.
But let it out. You know what I was thinking about the other day?
What?
What if they have been and it's just so far-fetched we don't believe it? Because they can't leak it themselves, probably. They're probably under a shit ton of NDAs. But if a Pinterest board conversation popped up and there was evidence and it said aliens are actually running everything and these motherfuckers are, you know, like living in the sewer systems and lizard people are real, we would be like, oh, this nigga is bananas and move along.
I don't know.
Because it has to be something wild. Oh.
Okay, monkey.
Bubbles clocking in. No, okay. I saw this person connect a few dots and I was like, holy shit, it gave me chills. And I was like, this has to be it. They basically said that they believe what we were experiencing last year with all the drones was an actual invasion. And it was like an intergalactic attack, and we were fighting back. And these scientists all were working together on this team to basically like combat it or whatever. And now they're tying up loose ends because they don't want people to know. Remember when all those drones were everywhere?
Yeah.
And they were being seen in multiple countries? I don't know.
I think the free energy thing is more plausible.
I don't think that's what it is.
I think it is because that's money.
No,
that's
for sure.
Literally the world economy crumbling.
No, for sure. But I just, if it were just in America, I'd say yeah. But because scientists in other nations that are actually...
That's not just an American problem,
No, but I could see... I feel like free energy, yes, for sure, would suck for a lot of corporations. But that
would suck for every single corporation, Mindy. I don't know.
I think it's more similar than not. But I do understand what you're saying. And I think that I'm just being hopeful because I think I would rather live in a world where they don't want us to know the aliens are real as opposed to they just don't want us to enjoy life.
But they've been putting that out. Like Trump said he was going to declassify the documents. There was some other CIA official that just came out and said it. Yeah, but if they are the aliens,
then that's the part they don't want us to know.
Because what did old girl say? P-47s and P-52s
what was that?
Are just like present day humans, but 47,000 years in the future.
Yes, and then they came back here. Yeah. And I think that could be a part of it too. Or maybe they came back and it is us. Yeah. And we came back to tell, you know, past us that we're fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And I definitely think about to really hit the fan.
It's free energy, time travel shit. I think it's some alien shit too. But yeah, we'll see. But I cannot wait to do a deep dive on that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ugh. The heebies and the jeebies.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
News hour with Tabria Majors.
Let's breeze through the news. All right. Updates on the Iran war. So the ceasefire has expired and it was not extended. The Strait of Hormuz still closed. U.S. blockade still in effect. And something that I haven't even considered and haven't said on here is that there are hundreds of ships that have been stuck in the Strait of Hormuz this whole time. 20,000 people on board of these ships have been stuck at sea.
Our military
for
as well.
2 months.
Have you seen their food rations?
Yeah, girl, they're eating tomatoes.
Yes, literally
out of
a
the
scoop
can.
of slop and a boiled egg.
Yes, their supplies are running so low. Obviously, supplies on board, but also fuel, and they can't do any like rescue missions or anything like that because everything is so in flux right now. So that shit is really crazy.
Yeah.
The Washington Post, they reported that clearing the strait could take up to 6 months and that they had intel from the Pentagon that told them that. And then the Pentagon came out the next day and said, that's false. Your intel was faulty. I'm like, I don't know, but we'll see.
We don't, listen, the current administration is literally just one evil episode of The Office. Just extendo.
Yeah, honestly.
Evil episode of The Office.
Yeah.
I don't believe shit anybody's saying.
No. And negotiations are still underway as they have been this whole time. Trump swears we got the upper hand, but y'all, nobody believe it.
We know that's a lie.
Nobody believe it. And the average price of gas went up a little bit. It's now $4.11 average price in the U.S.
Now that I am driving around, and I do have a hybrid, so I still am looking at gas prices. I have not paid attention to gas prices since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm looking around. I have yet to find a single gas station, a single one under $6.
Yeah,
not
it's
a
all $6
single
out here.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And the cheapest I've seen was like $6.19.
Mm-hmm. And you got to pay premium.
Premium 91.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we'll just keep you updated. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. They just revealed that Netanyahu has prostate cancer. I really feel like they are prepping for his way out.
The thing is, he's already gone. I think that they're prepping for an excuse so that his death isn't blamed on the people he was trying to defeat, because that would give them way too much power to be able to claim that they killed him. So they're just going to make him die from natural, quote unquote, natural causes.
Yes. Or I also suspect that he probably could still be alive because he's still on trial for, what's it called?
Crimes against humanity?
No, for bribery and fraud.
Oh.
And it could, like, if convicted, could face like up to 16 years in prison. So, and the trial has been delayed because of this war. He just keeps delaying it indefinitely. So I feel like it could have something to do with that as well, trying to avoid that. But who knows? We'll see. Hopefully he is dead or he dies soon, because he is one of the worst people in humanity.
No, literally.
Numbers from the World Cup are way down.
Good.
We spoke last week about how we were all nervous about, not we, but the U.S. is nervous about being able to handle the influx of travelers because there's still a partial government shutdown. Child, it don't look like there's going to be an influx.
Have you seen the prices for these tickets?
Girl, tens of thousands of hotel rooms have canceled reservations or had their reservations canceled, slash prices to below market rate.
Yes.
Desperate to get people in.
No, but the World Cup seats themselves.
Oh, no, I haven't.
The cheapest, I'm talking the nosebleeds of nosebleeds, $6,000. Somebody...
Are you kidding me?
No. Somebody literally went on Ticketmaster and they were looking at 4 tickets and it was close to the front. $9 million. I'm not even joking. Look it up. You can literally choose the games and look at the seats. The prices are insane. They also created a fast track visa for the World Cup specifically. And they expected it to be just a massive amount of people applying for this visa to get in. And only 12,000 people have applied.
Wow.
Only 12,000 people have applied. No one's coming here because it's the bad place. Who the fuck wants to come here?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to come here.
And who do you think is going to buy these tickets? That's the thing. The U.S. is not a football nation.
Right. We don't even give a fuck.
We don't care.
Yes.
People do not care about soccer like that. The people who are going to be, who would want to spend the money to go
Right.
are the immigrants that are afraid to show up because y'all going to have ICE there.
Mm-hmm.
The immigrants are the ones that watch fucking soccer.
Foreigners.
You're
Not
right,
immigrants.
Foreigners, you're right.
Yeah.
Foreigners.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. And honestly, I hope it collapses everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it does. And it teaches them a fucking lesson.
Because the people within these borders do not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And we're about to be embarrassed by how empty these seats are. And they will never come back here.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, good.
Good. Well, all right. Shout out to Virginia, you guys, for showing up and voting last week for y'all's new redistricting maps. They barely, they won by like 1%, but still, a win is a win, okay? This was a new redistricting map that gained Democrats 4 seats in Virginia. And now Republicans aren't very happy about that. Y'all's circuit court judge, Jack Hurley, says the new maps are unconstitutional and that all of those votes are invalid. And so now it moved to the Virginia Supreme Court, and that is being heard on right now this week. Hopefully we'll have some results soon. And in order for these new maps to be effective for the upcoming midterm elections, it has to be decided by May 28th, because May 26th is the filing deadline for candidates to declare what district they're running in. So if it's not declared by then they'll still be under the same maps as before, which were gerrymandered to hell. It's just so funny. They've been gerrymandering forever. And now when Dems do it, it's a problem.
Of course. But when I watched this little montage thing the other day, and it really pissed me off. And it was a montage of every time the Republicans, Fox News, whatever, were so mad at Obama that they wanted to impeach him. The tan suit debacle, him ordering a burger and asking for Dijon mustard, and them saying that he thought he was pretentious because of it. Him like dapping people up, just anything, just him existing. So ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, this is a shame upon our nation. Do you know that as of this month, there have been I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's hilarious because the most recent merch thing that Trump has released is the Trump phone, right?
Trump phone.
So he released a Trump phone for pre-order, $100 to pre-order it. 600,000 people paid for that phone. It has been months. They have received nothing. This is not the first time that this has happened in the past year. The Trump sneaker as well. Everybody paid like $100 to hold their order. Nothing has been sent out. The Trump cologne and perfume. Every single thing that he has tried to sell, his people will buy, pre-order, not even buy. They're giving their money, and he is returning no product. And then 3 months later, drops another product, and they still give their money. What is it? What is it?
They're in a cult, literally. He is their god, literally.
Did you hear that that audio clip from the Fox News segment? I think it was Fox News or like CNN.
But where somebody was saying that,
yes, and he said that Trump is God to his family, and I fully believe it, because in no reality would you allow you are continuously allowing yourself to get scammed by the same person, and you're not getting upset when you realize you've been scammed. You just keep giving. You keep giving, and there has to be a formal diagnosis on this. Like, now I'm no longer upset because I think y'all are just like shitty racist. Now I think that you are mentally ill.
Trump derangement syndrome is a real thing.
I think that y'all are actually mentally ill. And I really worry for the day where he decimates this nation and you still don't blame him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's going to come a day where things are going to be so fucking fucked. And there's no way to say, well, it's Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden, who did it. And who are you going to blame? The leftists?
Yeah, they don't
When they
care.
were not in control? Who are you going to blame? They're going to blame everybody but him. Because he can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What? Could you imagine putting in a pre-order for 7 different items and never getting a single one?
He's selling merch as president is crazy.
Insane. The way his wealth has literally, I don't even know what the word would be, because it's not quadrupled, and I don't know what the increment of 5 is.
Quintupled.
Or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, because it is astounding how much money he's made. Y'all, he has been a businessman for almost 60 fucking years, 50 fucking years, right? He has never had a successful business until this presidency. He has never made profits like this in his entire life until this presidency, because he's robbing us blind.
Mm-hmm. If I can find that video that visually represents president's wealth compared to Trump's.
I have it saved.
Yeah, I'm going to post it here.
I have another one too, with this guy used cups.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. I'll send it, because
it's staggering.
No, the thing is, it's staggering because it's not comparing him to presidents individually. It's comparing the net worth, and the net gain of every single president in our nation's history during their terms as president, all compiled together. And it was like 4 cups.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then his was like 100.
It was a pyramid.
It was
it was massive.
Twice the height of the man who built it, of how much wealth he has accumulated within 1 year of this term. Not even his first term.
Yeah, just this one.
1 year of this term.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfuckers is out here struggling.
Child.
Oh my God.
So in New York, there has been a history of deed theft that's been happening, particularly in Brooklyn and specifically with Black families. And from 2023 to 2025, this deed theft, these incidents increased by 240%. And when I heard about it, I was like, how the fuck is this happening?
Girl, easy.
It's so
easy.
So literally, it's just scammers scamming old people.
Yeah.
That's literally it. It'll be like people coming to your door and say, hey, you have these unpaid property taxes or these unpaid utilities. It's going to go to collections. You need to sign this and we'll consolidate payments, or we can get rid of them, whatever the fuck. Obviously, people we don't read terms and conditions. They sign it, and they are literally signing the rights to their property over to these people. It's that easy.
They almost got my auntie.
For real?
Yes, they almost got my auntie. She has a brownstone in Flatbush, and these people showed up to her house multiple times, right? Now, my cousins are all grown and they don't live in the house anymore, but she got boys and she has daughters too. But like my cousins, they're very protective about their mama, right?
Yeah.
So the first couple times they showed up, she like called them and told them like, yo, I didn't realize that I owed money, because when my uncle died, it was just her. And like he took care of all the bills and shit. So she's like, I don't know what to do. He died from COVID in like 2021. So it's like, okay, she's kind of confused. She doesn't know what to do. She was embarrassed. She finally calls one of my cousins to tell him, oh, they said I owe this money. I owe this, whatever. And it wasn't until, because he's like, oh, for what? Because they've been helping her out. She has a pension. Like, she worked for years. My uncle, he worked for years fucking too. So he's like, this is not right. Showed up, read it, realized what it was. Yeah, realized what it was. And they literally called the person to come back, said that she was ready to sign, cussed that motherfucker out. Said, don't you ever fucking come back here again. Yeah. But they're going door to door.
Yes.
They're literally going door to door.
Fuck. There's a special place in hell for y'all scamming ass people. I hate y'all.
An old lady.
Yes. Girl, I didn't even tell you this. Oh yeah, I sent it in the text, I think. But somebody called my grandma and it was from, it said my name and it was from my number. And I didn't call her.
I saw a TikTok about that before you even said anything. It's there, like the scamming is getting insane right now, and it's going to get worse because people are suffering. Crime always increases when our economy is in the shitter. And unfortunately, nowadays, people don't need to run up on you and steal your purse. They have more lucrative and easier ways to scam. They don't have to leave their home. They're making phone calls pretending to be your grandchild.
Literally.
Pretending to be your child. Pretending to be your sibling. And deep fakes everywhere.
For real. Like, AI is making it so much easier to do this shit. Child, be sure that y'all create a password with your family.
Listen.
Please.
And the way our older family members are so susceptible. Like, you got to think about it. These are the same motherfuckers that be on WhatsApp trading pictures of Jesus' face on toast. They're going to fall for it.
Yeah.
I know my mama would fall for it.
My grandma already did. They got her retirement account. She was able to get it back, but they were able to access it.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, and we just told, don't answer the phone no more.
No more. No, I mean,
unless it's us, and unless it's us. Like, thank God she missed that call that was allegedly from me.
Wow.
But you really got to ask for a passcode every time you pick up the phone now.
No, for real. It's scary. It's getting scary. And I think watching our like parents and grandparents age, it's scarier than it ever was. Because like now I know you are way more susceptible. Completely. And God forbid if somebody gets you, you ain't got nothing else. You can't go to work and rebuild. My mama, that house is all she got for real. God forbid. Listen, it's finna be 13 candles again, but they're gonna be hexing motherfuckers.
No,
don't play.
Okay.
Don't play.
So yeah, that is how deed theft happens. But there's a big case that's going on right now. It's with a 54-year-old Black woman named Carmela Charrington. And her father was the one who brought their Bed-Stuy brownstone, and he was placed under conservatorship. And his conservator was put in place by the Georgia courts. So his conservator is this attorney from Georgia.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't find that info. I was like, why is his conservator not his
Georgia?
daughter?
Yeah. But also, why would they not be based in New York?
I was like, maybe they're from there. I don't know.
Oh, no. You know what probably happened? Dad probably moved. Dad owns the home. Dad does not live there. He lives in Georgia, probably.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, so his conservator, which was this attorney, she sold the home to this developer.
How can you do that?
Thank you. 227 LLC Group. They claim they bought the property in 2024. But Carmela, his daughter, she says that he transferred the deed to her name like last year or something like that. So anyway, there's this huge outrage about this case. Chiose, he's a councilman in Brooklyn. He was out protesting the eviction against Carmela. He was arrested.
I saw that.
He was eventually released the same day. But it has sparked an outrage in Brooklyn and in New York as a whole. So Mayor MAMDANI has come to the rescue, and he launched a deed theft prevention office to tackle this issue that is disproportionately affecting Black and brown communities in New York.
Of course. Because the thing is, they know they can't do this shit to white folk.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
know they can't. Because white people have a lawyer on their line. And unfortunately, a lot of these brownstones are inherited. It's been in the same family for years. That's literally how it works and how it functions. My auntie been in her brownstone for as long as I can remember. She has never lived anywhere else. Yeah. Okay? And when she passes, that brownstone is going to one of her children. And that brownstone is going to stay in the fucking family.
And like I said, this has been happening for years and nobody did shit about it. Yeah. Nobody. So shout out to MAMDANI. Obviously, like, we're obsessed with MAMDANI. Yeah. Like, everything. Like, I saw a video. This girl was complaining about her elevator hadn't been working for 5 years. She got to walk up like 5 or 6 flights of stairs to get to her apartment. MAMDANI came down and was like, "We fixing this elevator."
Thank you. But I'm like, and it's that easy.
Thank you.
God damn, it's that easy.
Fuck.
that this is the difference between having a politician that actually gives a fuck about doing good things versus a politician who just wants a job with a cushy salary.
Yes, because what have y'all other people been doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And the fact that you've seen so much change occur within the short span. He ain't been mayor for less than what?
Girl, 100 days.
Yeah. It's been
days.
less than 6 months that he's been the mayor, and he has created more change than the fucking last goddamn mayor did his entire fucking term.
Yeah. He's where he get his
Albanian,
Albania. Oh my God.
That nigga is a kook.
Yes.
He's a character.
Con artist.
Yeah.
Child. So shout out to MAMDANI. And now they are trying to come after him with this MAMDANI Act. There was a Republican rep out of Texas. I can't remember his fucking name. Whoever he is. They're proposing this bill called the MAMDANI Act. It probably won't go anywhere, but you never know.
You never fucking know.
But it says that you can be deported or have your citizenship revoked if you advocate for socialism, communism, or Islam. But what the fuck?
And the thing is, advocating for is such a broad term.
We advocate for that.
That's what I was about to say, because that means everybody here too. But bitch, it's me.
Literally.
They can't get you. Okay, you got lineage deeply rooted.
But they said they could revoke your citizenship.
Oh, well then in that case,
like
I
it
guess,
could apply to any, so every Muslim, y'all just gonna revoke their citizenship?
The thing is, that's the ideal scenario for these people. This is what they want.
Absolutely.
It's literally what they want. Y'all, I know it sounds dystopian. I know it sounds crazy as fuck. But these people got a hard on. They fantasize at night about literally doing all these things that sound far-fetched. This is what they want, y'all.
I understand, like, we have, not everybody's going to have the same ideology as us or same moral compass, whatever the fuck. But I don't want to live among people like that.
No.
I'm not trying to barter or to come to an agreement with people who are just so extreme in their beliefs. Just hate people for the color of their skin, hate people for the religion that they practice. I don't want to live amongst those people.
You know what the funny thing is? I saw this TikTok. Well, it started off because I was watching one of those debates. Sometimes I do watch like Dean or Parker or Isaiah debate people. And in one of them, it was this woman who was like adamant that white privilege does not exist, right? And so she's like going back and forth and she's like, that, explain to me what this means. And there's this like dark veil theory that they always use to basically clear any argument about white privilege, where they did a study, 2 separate studies. And the second study covered 9 million traffic violations over the span of years. And it has been proven that during the daytime, do not quote me on the number. I'm so sorry if I get the percentage wrong, but it's a wild number. Like almost 60% of traffic violations were given to Black people. And then at nighttime, when cops couldn't see into the car to see what color the people were, the traffic violations were evenly distributed amongst all the races. And so the theory is, well, there's no way in hell that Black people are just like activated during the day.
Right.
No, cops are targeting Black people. And so, he said that and he was like, how do you explain that? And she was like, well, I need to see the evidence of that. And they were like, you can Google it. Like, there's the name of it. Look it up. And she's like, well, I need to read through it. And there's like 100 pages here, so I need to read through it. And they're like, there's a summary.
Right.
Read the summary. And she's like, that's not enough. I need to see it for myself. And the thing is, a lot of white people, there was this white man who made a TikTok this week, and he was like, Black people, what do you see that we don't? And I need y'all to understand that we see y'all don't see y'all. It's like that thing when people say, a tiger doesn't see its stripes.
Yeah.
Y'all have such a blind spot to what whiteness is and how white privilege exists and how your whiteness expresses itself. You have no fucking clue what y'all are really like. And you think that your natural inclinations are helpful or are correct, when in actuality, you think that you have authority over other people. And you don't. You don't. That's why whenever you see videos of Karens and things like that, people telling people, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You saw the video of that lady getting dragged in an elevator? Ooh, it's a good one. It's a good one. It is. This lady, she drugged the fuck out this bitch in the elevator. Oh my God. But it's shit like that. This week, I was trying to figure out how to park my car because I haven't parallel parked in 6 years.
You really need to pick up that shit.
And I hopped out the car and Jay hopped in the car to help me park it. And this like older white man who was like jogging slowly nearby stops and he's like, the car's not gonna fit here. Your car's too wide. And so I was like, thanks. Go back to it. He literally stands there. And he's like, I'm trying to tell you it's not going to fit. And I was like, thank you. We got it. And he's like, see, you're gonna hit that car. You shouldn't do this. And I literally was like, I'm going to punch an old man in the fucking head right now.
What?
If we don't. Yes, but that's whiteness.
Yeah.
That is literally whiteness. There's this innate sense of authority over everything around you. Because y'all still, when people talk about how Black people, present day Black people, our DNA is affected by slavery.
It's
the same thing where y'all think y'all are still the masters and you don't understand that this is something that is on y'all and in y'all.
Yes.
And to you, it's like, I'm being helpful. No, you're not. You're trying to tell people what the fuck to do. Mind your fucking business.
Yes. And they can't conceptualize what it's like to be the minority.
Yes.
And I need to say this every fucking episode because this is the one stat that really radicalized me, that white people only make up 7% of the world.
Yes.
Could white people in the U.S. imagine?
No.
Could they even, they could not imagine if they had to live amongst a minority majority.
Yep.
They can't fathom it.
Could not. And the thing is, the ones that think they can are the gentrifiers that move to places like Brooklyn and Koreatown. And instead of actually immersing themselves within the culture, they create a counterculture where they're now selling masubis.
Yeah.
And they're making their own version of ramen. And it's a white person running the business. And they're like, oh, it's better. It's fun. No, you're still colonizing.
Yeah.
You're not immersing yourself. You guys don't move to places like Mexico or Thailand and then just leave things as they were. You show up and you shut shit down and you bulldoze through things. You don't understand what it feels like or what it is to be a minority anywhere. And I need y'all to start minding your fucking business. My God, that shit pissed me off.
Yeah.
Why are you stopping? Are you not working out?
That's really crazy. That's really crazy.
So I am the only Black person at my job right now. We talked about this before. There's the girl that spit. She's a very sweet girl. She is a very sweet girl. I'll give her that. But she also is someone who doesn't understand how little things she says are not cute and cool. They're actually offensive, and you may not hang around enough Black people who tell you this. And so I'm picking and choosing, but I'm gonna say something to her because she calls things ghetto all the time.
Oh, I hate that.
All the time. And it's always when some shit is fucked up.
Of course.
Right? So she'll be like, oh my God, like, I don't know, like we're doing something. She's like, oh, I fucked it up. It's so ghetto. Like, I don't want to sit at this ghetto desk. Like, it's so ghetto. And I really want to be like, girl, you have to stop.
Yeah. Let's expand our vocabulary.
You have to stop. I don't know if you're used to being around Black people, but this Black person does not fuck with that.
Yeah.
You have to stop. But I'm not trying to get, I still got my 90 days. You know what I mean?
Let's get past the threshold.
Let me get past it, okay? We in a recession. I need this job.
Oh, yeah. That's wild.
It's so fucking annoying. I need to read that book that you mentioned.
What book?
That's what I should have started this week.
Oh, The Elephant. Oh, I need to give it to you.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay, last thing. So, big news of this week. The White House Correspondence Dinner and the quote-unquote shooting that happened. This was at a Hilton Hotel in D.C., and I'm pretty sure we collectively know that this was a farce. I'm not buying it for a second, just because of the way that the events have played out. So it began... Caroline Leavitt, she did an interview before the dinner, and she said in jest, of course, that shots were going to be fired tonight, which that Freudian slip, okay? Because she has never, ever spoken like that.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think it was a Freudian slip. I think that she intentionally did it because I think she's over this administration too. I think that she's doing her job.
Look, I will say, I think this pregnancy is low-key her way out.
Yes. I think that she is just like, you know what? Let me create a few cracks too, because I I just know, as fucked as all these individuals are, as evil as they are, she can be evil too. She's still a woman.
Yeah.
They're doing you
She's next on the
dirty as fuck.
block.
They're doing you dirty.
Yeah.
I know they are. And an evil bitch can spot that shit, and I know she's on defense mode right now. And she pregnant. Them hormones do not play. Oh no.
Child, we gonna see. I'll be so curious. I highly doubt she'll come back after she delivers, but we'll see. And so shots were indeed fired. There was an active shooter. There was an active shooter at the hotel, and JD Vance was the first one rushed off the stage, which I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why was Trump not the first one immediately rushed off the stage? And it's like, everything was so casual.
It was so casual.
It was like, y'all are just speed walking.
Did you see the clip of the man who filmed the stage? So the video where we see Vance being ushered away before Trump, that man who filmed it, as soon as the shots start ringing out, he grabs his phone and starts filming. Doesn't crouch down. He's sitting upright and he's steadily filming like it was his job. Like, okay, action, time to go. There's no reality where there are shots ringing out where everybody don't drop down to the ground.
Absolutely. Kash Patel, when people were being evacuated, he was just sitting there just looking around.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Like, it's so stupid how stupid they think everybody is.
Yeah.
They think we're all dumb as fuck.
Yeah. And I wanted to put this in there, but when I went back to my notes, it was deleted. But did you see that Fox News interview where it was a Fox reporter calling in to just give her rundown of what happened? And she was like, I was sitting next to Caroline Levitt's dad before the dinner happened and talking to him.
I thought it was her husband.
Caroline Levitt's I think it was her husband. Yeah. And she was like, he said that I can't. What?
You need to stay safe.
Yes, something like that.
I think he was either talking to her or to Caroline. I don't remember how she implied it.
Yeah,
but he was basically saying you need to stay safe and stay alert.
Yes,
like something's about to happen.
And literally, they cut her phone call mid-interview. This is a live phone call into Fox News. They cut it. And they were like, oh, we must have dropped the line. You know, that happens when a lot of things are active in the area. No. And I was like, no. And that video was deleted.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Child. So they have identified the suspect as 31-year-old Cole Allen, who is a mixed race looking individual.
Oh, in his manifesto, he mentioned that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. I only read who he was targeting.
In his manifesto, he speaks about... It's so fucking fake. In it, he says something like, oh, and I know you're wondering how a mixed race individual such as myself, who is black and white.
Wow.
Literally.
Wow.
Like why I am taking it upon myself to fight on the behalf of immigrants, but we're all one. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Can't even talk like us.
Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And he's from Torrance, California, took an Amtrak from Torrance to DC. You could drive, it would take way less time. It took like 45 hours. And they released this video of him from 2017. Did you see that?
Yes,
where Usha Vance was in the video briefly. But I really think that video is AI. If you pay attention to his mouth, it looks distorted in some moments. I'll be playing it here, and he doesn't look like he aged at all.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. I mean, black don't crack, but
yeah.
still.
And y'all just randomly had this video of him with Usha Vance.
Did you see that one random picture that's been floating around of him in that navy blue sweatshirt?
No.
Okay, so somebody found a real deal picture of him. Like, this is like probably one of the few pictures that I think are truly real because it wasn't given to us by the news. It was given to us by like people who actually knew him, right? In the fucking video, in the picture, he has on a sweatshirt and it says Israeli Defense Forces on it. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. It has the crest and it says Israeli Defense Forces. Explain that.
Literally playing in our face.
Explain. Also, did you see the agents that came to protect and shield Trump were the same ones from the shooting when he got shot in the air? The same ones. The same ones. The same ones?
I mean, child, the fact that we just went by that so quick. The fact that Trump still has an ear, like, please.
The fact that the DoorDash lady has been used thrice.
Oh, she has?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they found videos of her. She was at a town hall speaking pro-Trump one time, and there was another video where she like was supposed to be like a struggling mother who's like it was another like role-playing thing to be pro-MAGA, pro-Trump. Y'all keep recycling these same individuals like we won't recognize them.
Also, Trump hasn't been to a correspondence center in 10 years. This is the first one he's attended. And this happened on Saturday night. And Sunday morning, he was being interviewed by 60 Minutes about it.
Mm-hmm. Also,
when has he ever acted that fast?
30 minutes after it happened, they were all in their same outfits at that press conference talking about it, standing in the corner smiling. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They were smiling. If I just experienced a traumatic event that was so crazy, somebody busted into a room and almost shot the shit up, I'm not going to be smiling on camera. I'm still traumatized. I'm on the phone with my kids and my family telling them I'm okay. Y'all are just standing there cheesing. Yay. Yay, America. We need a ballroom. Also, the fact that as soon as it happened, within 10 minutes, I think it was like over 30 MAGA accounts were tweeting, "This is insane. This is why we need the ballroom. We need the ballroom.
I forgot
we
to
need
even
the
mention
ballroom.
Yeah,
we need the ballroom."
All a ploy to quote unquote strengthen the White House ballroom because it had been stalled out.
No, but you know why? So a judge had blocked it, and they blocked it because of like structural things, but also because it's a historic site. You can't just like demolish it and do what you want to do. So the only like option that they had, well, not option, was stipulation where they could bypass this and make it a thing is if it was a security what's the word?
Issue or
threat. Yeah, a security threat. If they needed it for security reasons, that's the only way they could bypass the stop that the judge put.
Wow.
And so this entire thing was simply a ploy to get the construction back up and going for this ballroom. That is literally it. That's the only reason why.
That's insane.
I hope it never gets built.
Same.
Because I don't think we will ever find out what the actual motive is. Because why?
Dre Dossier said it's a big data center, essentially.
No, I know, but why?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Because y'all could build a data center anywhere. Why do you need it in the White House? Why? I've heard theories about them wanting to basically hole up in there and not give up the government once the 4 years are over, and they need to build it because it's essentially going to be a bunker. And if they can hold themselves up in there and have major like the data center and like all those like major tech companies are in on it as well. And if they all could have their shit there, they wouldn't need anything else but that. They could just take over the country. Well.
That's it for the news this week.
Any good news for me?
Oh, fuck.
No?
I remember, what did I write? It didn't have anything to do with the U.S., but it was Finland being rated the happiest country in the world for the 9th year in a row.
I'm ready to be finished.
Yeah, and they're mainly ran by women, but I think that's changing or recently changed, like last year. So
the way my spirit craves for a matriarchy. Oh my God, my spirit is crying.
Life
for
would
one.
be so much better.
Literally.
Well, what's going on in lighter pop culture news?
Is it lighter? It's all the same bullshit.
Yeah.
Starting off, Stagecoach had to be evacuated and ended because of
I randomly saw that.
There was an emergency evacuation because of a massive sandstorm. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that there is some karma involved in that because Stagecoach is literally just MAGA Coachella.
Oh, I didn't know. I mean, I never knew. Is it a country thing?
Country festival.
Oh, okay.
So it's country Coachella.
Okay.
And so, of course, I'm not saying everybody that goes there is MAGA down, but majority. Majority, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they had to cancel the whole weekend?
For that day.
That day.
Yes. Because it was a massive sandstorm.
Damn.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Spotify and Liquid Death have released an urn together called the Eternal Playlist Urn, where you can put the remains of yourself or a loved one, and there is a built-in Bluetooth speaker on the inside of the lid, and it will never stop playing and updating an eternal playlist for your deceased loved one. And it's sold out. It's sold out immediately.
People really buy anything. Oh my God.
Like, but the thing is, I don't understand. I blame Bush. I do, because there's so many children left behind, and now they're adults with adult money.
Mm-hmm.
Because in an era, most people are unemployed. The struggle is right over the edge of the hill that we are now currently crossing. And y'all are spending hundreds of dollars on an urn with a Bluetooth speaker? Like, if capitalism is literally laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing. We are like a washcloth being wrung out at the end of a fucking shower. They're taking us for everything we got, and y'all are just giving it to them. Please, y'all, save your fucking coin.
Yeah, that was so unnecessary.
That's so
just
stupid.
like that Supreme casket. Just
So stupid. But also the fact no one's even questioning why death is now being glamorized.
Yeah.
Because they know niggas are about to die. Get your urn, get your casket now, because eventually niggas are about to start dying. It's like selling bikinis at the end of wintertime. We're selling bikinis in the spring because summer's right around the corner. And y'all are just eating this shit up. I'm trying to decide which direction I want to go in first, because the next two stories are going to be pretty lengthy. Let's just start with Klay, you dirty fucking bitch. You long, lame, lanky motherfucker. Klay Thompson was recently outed by Meg Thee Stallion for cheating on her. Megan took to her social media. She wrote on her stories, cheating. Had me around your whole family playing house and got cold feet. Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. And now you don't know if you can be quote unquote monogamous. Bitch, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all.
I love when women air the shit out.
Same.
Like, let all the women know.
Same.
Let them know.
Let them know. Tell them run.
Who are they really?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Let them know that this is not one of those, we just weren't compatible. No, you're a shitty nigga.
Yeah.
You are a cheating piece of shit. Now, the memes and the content that have come from this, I love. I've seen multiple videos of people hexing Klay. Azalea Banks jumped in, and she literally it's a story post. All it said was, Klay, are you ready to die, bitch?
Oh my God. Azalea Banks?
First of all, there are only a few people in this world I never want to be on their bad side.
No, same.
And she is one of them. And it's not even on she's dangerous, but she is dangerous. Like she's so unhinged that I believe that she is out here cutting the heads off of chickens and bleeding them with a picture of Klay in front of her altar. Yes. I fully believe it, and I do not play with that shit. So, I claim no negativity from her post. I claim no negativity. But the girls are rallying behind Meg, as they should. And surprisingly, unsurprisingly, but still surprisingly, because I don't know why I still have faith in human beings, the men are on Klay's side. Obviously. And the men are saying basically that what did Meg expect? Like, he's a rich nigga and she ran through, and why would anybody take her seriously? Like, she's not your girl, it's just your turn. It's all this red pill ass shit. And at the end of the day, all y'all are gonna die alone because you're shitty niggas. And I hope that whatever woman you date or marry wakes up one day and realizes that y'all are shitty as fuck. Klay has a history of cheating. And we were just unaware because he's lame as fuck. And he was never in the actual like light until his relationship with Meg. His relationship with Meg made him a celebrity. He's always been an athlete. People within, the sports world knew of him, but regular people in the zeitgeist of just media, no idea who you are.
Yeah.
No clue. You could have walked past me in the streets. I would have never recognized this nigga until Meg started dating him. So you're welcome for that. You're welcome because Meg changed your whole fucking life. She upgraded you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also didn't know he dated Lori Harrier and Coco Jones.
Yes.
So the fact that he did date two like prominent Black women and still I had no idea who he was. Meg really put him on the map.
Meg put him on the map.
Yeah.
Now, after his most recent breakup, the person that he dated was not famous in that sense. So, the story didn't really get any traction, but she did attempt to expose him because she found out he was cheating on her too. And how did she find out? He has a diary of all of his cheating escapades. He has terrible handwriting, mind you. Okay. I saw a picture of one of the pages because she like took pictures of the pages and then sent them, to this blog. Now, the posts now are starting to get traction, even though they're like a year old, because people, like we just said, never gave a fuck about Klay.
Right.
Okay. So in it, I'm going to read you an excerpt because he's such a fucking lame bitch. Where was I? Ah, yes. The lifestyle of my off-the-court life, particularly my sex life. The most savage aspect of my lifestyle, promiscuousness, womanizing, misogynistic, self-centered, insecure addict? ? Is that what I am right now? I hope not. But I keep writing about it. Maybe because the experiences are so euphoric and exhilarating.
He kept a diary for this shit?
A diary, and he probably still does. A diary of him cheating and his thoughts and feelings. He's like an addict. Like there were other pages that I had looked at, and it's literally him talking about like waking up with cold sweats wanting to cheat. Like he's like genuinely like in that shit. And I'm not going to front. I fully believe it's because he actually is a cornball who only gets bitches because he's an athlete and he got money. And when you live majority of your life, especially your formative years, and bitches gave you no play, and now all of a sudden they throwing it at you, some people turn into that.
That's wild,
turn into that.
Actually.
You could never bag bitches like Coco Jones, Laura Harrier, Meg Thee Stallion. You are lucky that they even allow you to breathe the same air as them. And you cheat? Oh, fuck you. You dirty bitch. Fuck you. I'm sending prayers and like positive vibes to Meg. Literally the day she exposed him, she still had to do her Broadway show, and she broke down in tears when they gave her like a standing ovation. Aww. Because you could tell the cheers were like, Meg, we know you got cheated on, but we still love you. Yeah. And she was like trying her hardest not to break down in tears, and she was like wiping them away. I felt so bad. But I was like, just like a boss bitch, she got on stage and did her fucking thing.
Yeah.
This summer's about to be so lit because I know she about to be in that studio. Please.
She finna let it sing.
I'm not gonna lie, because that last song, my man, I hated it.
Let's get the antithesis of that.
Hated it.
Remix it, please. She need to remix it.
Yes. Yeah. Yo, man, my man, our man, that nigga for everybody. Yes, give me something else. Thank you.
I hate that for her.
All right. Now, not gonna lie, this next story really fucked me up a little bit. Joseline Hernandez took to her live this past week to express that she fears for her life currently. Did you see any of the clips?
I saw clips, but I wasn't listening. It was on mute.
It was really emotional.
She was crying and shit.
Terrified.
Yeah.
And what's bothering me, before I get into all the details, what's bothering me the most is so many people don't believe her, and they're saying it's her. She's the drama. She always been the drama. Like, oh, you believe her? She ain't at the, oh, she a cokehead. She this, she that. She's fully pregnant right now.
She's pregnant?
Yeah, she's like 6 or 7 months pregnant. She is sober. She was so stressed out. She ended up in the hospital from just like her blood pressure being too high during this pregnancy. Okay? She is fearing for her actual life. She was in that car crying. I know that Joseline is dramatic based off what we've seen of her on these reality shows. But I do not think that her being 1000% sober and going on the internet and saying these things is a lie.
Yeah.
I don't personally. Tabria and I talked about this earlier, and we might actually do more of a deep dive into Lemmy, who is the CEO of Zeus Network. His full name is Lemuel Plummer. He is a shady individual. His daddy is too. His daddy is like this, okay? Real tight with Israel, okay? Okay? Real tight. And that's some fishy shit. Now, Joseline went on live accusing Lemmy of trying to intimidate her, harass her, and kill her. She said that she was in Miami and she knows that he be in Miami, and he was texting her some really like ominous things, and that she was afraid that he was going to basically pay somebody to shoot up her car because he's done that with multiple people. And so she was exposing the fact that there was a dead body found at Zeus Networks, and it was swept under the rug. It was never announced on the news.
Oh my
There was
God.
another dead body found in the parking lot on a separate occasion that was never talked about publicly. She talked about how he beat the shit out of multiple girls. He has sexually abused multiple girls, not only on Baddies, but also on Cabaret and all these other things. And that she was trying to protect the Cabaret girls, but he would literally cut them checks, put them on Baddies, and then she would basically would be out of touch with them after that. And it was just very, very scary and fucked. Last but not least, Drake dropped Iceman.
I feel like, it's one of those things where you're just too woke sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like that title's tone deaf right now.
It is.
Iceman?
It is. Iceman?
Like,
You could have been changed it to anything
Yeah.
else. Iceman, when you know what's happening right now in the United States.
Yeah, that was
But
a weird
again,
choice,
I think
in my
but it
opinion.
must be that he doesn't give a fuck because he's making this for Canada.
Even still.
Yeah, even still, it's fucked. Because Canadians are being kidnapped by ICE.
Mm-hmm.
They're also getting kidnapped by ICE.
I will say the one funny thing that came from this is that everybody's like, oh, we know Beyonce dropping because Drake trying to get his shit out the way. Because everybody thinks May 29th is the day for Beyonce's Act 3. So we'll see.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the album, like Drake's album, it's going to be good because it's always like good.
But I'm just the same shit.
Yeah, but I don't really care.
I don't either.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really anticipate many people's albums nowadays. I am anticipating Doechie's. That's probably the number one on my list.
Ooh.
And I know
Is she dropping this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I saw that Kalani just dropped.
Yes, I went to a listening party.
So Folded is on this album.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she already had an album. Did she just drop an album?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But that album was cool. It was very just good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where like there's nothing negative I can say, but there was also nothing like stand out. It was very nostalgia based. So all the features and the sounds of it were very like early 2000s. Like her features are not Drake, Lil Wayne, Clips, Brandy, Missy Elliott, Big Sean. Like it was very like early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Like the songs all sound like something 702 could have put out or whatever. And I really appreciate that. But it's a good album. I think that I think because of the state of the world, I need something to really like rock my socks now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially after seeing Michael, I crave musicality in music too.
Yes.
I don't want to hear just manufactured instruments and stuff.
I want
and just sampled. Everything's just sampled to death.
That part. I want big sounds.
Yes.
And if they're not big, I need them to be new.
Yeah.
Like a unique sound that I have not heard before really grab my attention because there's just so much music being flooded and it all sounds the same.
And a lot of it's AI.
Yeah. This week we're talking about the age of disclosure. There's a creator on TikTok. His name is CasanovaBrown, and he started a series called The Age of Disclosure, where he basically admitted and is calling on other people on the internet to admit to what they're going through right now financially. I think it was extremely brave. And the way he initially started the conversation was basically saying that he is in a situation where he was unemployed since last November. He just got a job. The job that he got is paying him $19 an hour and only 32 hours a week, so not even full time. And he does not have enough to pay for his rent. He doesn't have enough to renew his lease. He hasn't even gotten paid yet because he just started this job, and the IRS has just levied his bank account. And for those of you, they're about to levy, they just notified him that they're going to levy his bank account. For those of you who don't know what that means, when you owe the government money, because he owed back taxes, and he said that he was on a payment plan with them, paying about like $300 and some odd a month. And that once he lost his job, of course, like anybody would, you start only paying for the essentials because you are living off of your savings. So he was only paying for like his rent and his car note, right?
And he was using his credit card.
And using his credit cards.
Yeah.
Yes. So of course, things like that do fall to the wayside. And because he missed a certain amount of payments for towards the government, they are now going to seize his bank account, and he does not know what to do, right? And he was saying that there are so many people in this world right now, in the country right now, who are in the exact same situation as him, if not worse. But because it's embarrassing to admit to it, no one's saying anything, and it's keeping up this illusion that people are doing okay, and if you're doing bad, it's just you, and it's not everybody. And I have been seeing so many videos of people doing their own disclosure video.
Same.
And it is the saddest thing I've witnessed in a very long time. People with full-time jobs who spend the night in their car behind Walmart, get ready at a gas station and clock into work and have full-time jobs.
I watched a whole series of people who are employed but homeless living in their car, get a gym membership at Planet Fitness. That's where they shower every day. Like, it's a reality for a lot of people. And I'm not one to like comment ever, you know, but I've almost felt compelled to comment in these certain types of videos where people are showing extravagant lifestyles, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, you know, that's just their life and they're showing it off, whatever. And you've earned it, you deserve it, fine. But there will always be a slew of people in the comments who will be like, don't you feel like this is kind of tone deaf? Like most people are struggling. And then there are lots of people saying, this is not everybody's reality. I own 2 properties. I'm able to go on vacation twice a year. I'm able to do this. I'm able to do that. I want to comment so bad that y'all are in the top 10% of the country that is maintaining everything right now.
You're not the majority.
You are not. You are the minority who is able to enjoy luxuries in life.
Most people do not. And you need to recognize the fact that you are in the top 10% of earners in the United States.
Yes.
At the end of the day, majority of people, especially like, I hate when people make comments like that and they live in major cities. And they're like, well, me and my friends are chilling. Yeah, you guys are all lawyers in Los Angeles.
Right.
What do you think is happening in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What do you think is happening in Florida? Like, I was having a conversation with another creator who does a lot of like fashion content. And she was complaining about how her views are so low. She doesn't know what she's doing wrong. And I was like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Nobody gives a fuck. I do not care to see your latest haul when I can't even afford to buy new shoes. Who do you think your audience is? Your audience is not rich because the content you make is not luxury like Hermes bags. You're doing like ASOS hauls.
Yeah.
People can't afford to shop at ASOS.
I was having that exact same conversation with another creator, and they mainly do like dancing and vlog style content. And they said that they had to get a job because, you know, the deals just weren't coming through. And I was like, and their views were lower than normal. And I'm like, yeah, it's not resonating with people right now.
And it shouldn't. So in that same conversation that I was having, I was explaining that this is why because the conversation kind of pivoted to, yeah, but everybody's not doing bad. Like all these people and like the people that they were naming are yappers. And I was like, yes, because that is relatable. It's somebody laying in their bed in a bonnet talking shit.
And mind you, I love a good yapper every now and then.
Same.
We all love mess.
Okay.
But they are not getting paid.
They're not.
Yappers do not make money from content.
They're not getting brand deals. What people are focusing on is the numbers. And people need to recognize the fact that numbers do not equate to funds.
Yeah.
You can have 3 million followers on TikTok and you can literally go viral with every post you make. If you are just a yapper, you're not getting shit.
Maybe like in 2021, 2023,
yes,
when the creator fund was popping on TikTok.
No, but it's the same thing because in 2021, 2023, somebody who did dance videos and vlogs, you were getting paid too.
Exactly.
The tides have shifted.
Yeah.
The tides have shifted extremely. Even there was a year when I first started doing TikToks, like really doing them, I was paying my rent every month off TikTok. I was getting a minimum of $1,800 every month. Minimum. Now I'm lucky if I break 200.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And that's why a lot of creators have slowed down on their posting. I don't post until I feel like it because I don't need to. And there isn't a goal in building an audience anymore because what is it going to do? It doesn't matter. You're not getting the brand deals. You're not. Just because you have an audience, you're not getting paid. You can harness an audience if you're going to use it for something else. Like say you're an artist.
Yeah, you could
leverage
it.
You're trying to leverage your audience for your music or for your art or whatever the case may be, for sure. But if it's just personality, baby, that's a passion project now.
Yeah,
it is.
No, seriously.
It's not going to get you discovered. You're not going to get casted on some shit unless you're white. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. White people are still getting paid to do nothing. I witness it. Getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to receive tens of thousands of dollars of free things.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when brands start losing money or they start being a lot more frugal with their money, the fat they cut off first is POC. First, because in their mind, y'all, you have to remember this is a white nation. In their mind, the audience that matters are the whites.
Specifically young white people. I was having a conversation with a creator friend the other day, and we were just talking about how as we've gotten older, the landscape has just totally shifted. And I'm hoping that there's a pendulum swing that's going to happen. But the person that you just worked with recently, I was talking with her and she was like, brands have told me that they're not booking moms anymore. Yeah. Like brands that I've worked with, they don't book moms. And I'm like, what? Like, that's ridiculous. And brands only work with like creators under 30. Yeah. Or under 35.
Another friend of ours just told me that she was dropped from her agency too.
I know another one who was trying to get signed and they wouldn't.
The landscape has changed permanently. And I really am so happy that this conversation is being had because I need people to understand that this is not a career to work towards. Content creation is not a career to work towards. Unfortunately, plus size modeling isn't either. Like,
I don't want to kill people's dreams.
No, but it's
landscape.
No. When I say a career to work towards, I'm not saying don't
like
do it.
You give up everything.
Yes,
to do it.
I'm saying do it, but passion project.
Yeah.
Do it, but it's on the side. The era of quitting your job and moving to LA is gone. Yeah, you do not do that.
Yeah, and me and Mindy, we've said before, like, if you want to pursue content creation, do it. But that's genuinely like, if you genuinely want to do content creation, I will always advocate for doing it. I feel like there are a lot of benefits to how like it helps you as a person and just with public speaking and things like that. But if it's just something like, oh, let me try a side hustle content creation, I don't think it's just something you just pick up and try to do as a side hustle.
Well, no, I think you can. Passion project. I think that if you go into it expecting to make money, that's where you're fucking up.
Well, yeah, a side hustle.
No, yeah, but well, yes. Well, when I say make money, I mean like huge money, like brand deals. You can still make a little bit of coin. Like if I genuinely only wanted to do TikTok to make gas money, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm winning. You know, I'm making a couple $100 every month.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I posted more frequently, I'd probably make like 500. You know, if I was really posting.
Mm-hmm.
But do not expect to make it big. Can it still happen? For sure. But the odds are not as high as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Jules LeBron just had a massive crash out on TikTok.
Really?
Did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Jules was bawling, crying. Yeah, no, it was bad. Bawling, crying, and posted that she is struggling so bad and that she's not getting paid and she's not getting invited into things. She's not monetized. She has over 2 million followers on TikTok. She is not monetized.
Not monetized?
No. Brands refuse to work with her and she is broke. And she literally was like, I want to relapse so bad because I'm so sad about how broke I am, and that she is considered trying to get jobs, but everywhere she goes to apply for a job, before she can even ask for a resume, people are like, oh my God, Jules! And like, demure, let me take a video with you. And now she's too embarrassed to ask for a fucking resume.
Fuck. I remember when like she was first coming up on the demure thing, and she was talking about how her life had changed and she was able to move and help her mom out and stuff. And I was hoping she would be able to keep it up. But when viral moments like that happen to somebody who didn't have like an established, I don't want to say niche, but just like an established persona on social media, it dies really quickly. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to continue to secure brand deals when it was off of like a gimmicky thing. And I'm not trying to like shade her or anything, because I support her, but that just fucking sucks.
Jules is a different case though, because I don't know if you saw last month, Jules hadn't posted for a while, and then popped back online and basically spilled all the beans and said that she made a shit ton of money. She bought the duplex or the apartment building that she was living in, and now her family lives in like the other units, but like she owns it, and all the rest of her money she basically snorted. She lost it all on doing drugs and buying dumb shit. And so
really?
Yes. Like when I say relapse, like she has a drug problem.
Oh.
And so she like did a tour of her apartment showing all the like really expensive things that she bought with her money. And then all the rest of it was just like binge like nights of just buying drugs for friends who she thought were her friends but weren't her friends. Like just doing all these things, and came back with like I appreciate when people are truthful and authentic, and also came back with like an air of hope. Like, but don't worry, I'm back now. I'm going to be making consistent content, and I'm going to make sure that I do it right this time. And unfortunately, the return to social media and like the past like a couple months that she's been back, it's been a reality check, and it's been a very sobering one. And she's not the only person I've seen crash out about this. I've seen so many other creators crash out about not making any money. And I keep my mouth shut because I got a job. I went and got a job.
Facts.
Like I had to. And I didn't announce it. I'm not going to announce it, but I had to get a fucking job. There was no reality. If I was just like really trying to push it and making content in order for me to survive, I would be struggling so bad right now. I would. And does it kill my soul a little bit to clock in every day? Yes. But does it also make me smile knowing that I can pay my rent? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am blessed beyond measure. I'm very grateful. And in my disclosure is that maybe not last year, but 2023 into 2024 was one of the hardest times of my life, because I came back to LA and the industry had basically disintegrated. It was so hard to book work as a stylist. It was so fucking hard. And like I would have these runs of like consistently working at a studio, consistently assisting someone. And it would be like 3 months, 4 months, and then it would just be dry, and you had nothing coming in.
Yep.
I was applying for food stamps and shit, and they told me no, because they would check your account and they'd see, oh, well, you had, $3,000 dropped off in your account a month ago. Yeah, but I have nothing else coming. And I used all that money to pay all of my fucking bills.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
That's why, circling back to like the plus size industry, it sucks, but yeah, girls are purposely losing weight so they can work.
Yes.
Like I know that's obvious to everybody, but it is a known thing. Like agents are telling girls again, like, you may consider,
You could still model if you lose 40 pounds, lose 100.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
And it's unfortunate.
Crazy. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's so sad.
It's unfortunate. And I also don't think that people realize how they're contributing to this. Meghan Trainor is somebody that I think about often when I think about this conversation. Because the way she lost so much weight.
She's
and
tiny.
all of her music was about confidence.
Right.
And she's still making songs about confidence. But it's like, girl, who are you singing to now? To the other girls that are a 00? I was going to say, the age of disclosure is, I really hope that it picks up steam. And I truly hope that people stop fronting on the internet and that they start telling the truth of their situations. Because until people begin to do that, we as citizens will never understand just how bad things are. We will never know, because in our minds, everybody's doing okay. Gas is high for sure, but everybody's okay. No, they're not.
No. And when people talk about, like we mentioned, those people in the comments who say that they are doing well, I just think, do y'all have friends and family?
Okay.
Like, do y'all talk to these people? Because I keep in touch with my family and they're struggling.
Everybody's struggling.
Most of my family, they have multiple jobs. They work like 50, 60-hour weeks.
My mom called me the other day, literally, to ask me to buy clothes for my niece. Like, it's not a joke. And these are people who work their entire fucking lives, and retirement is not enough because the cost of living has tripled.
Yeah.
The check that she's getting from the 401k that she fed into for almost 40 fucking years does not matter. It doesn't matter. Like, can we be real for a second here?
Please. And
I'm so grateful that I'm not struggling the way that I was before, because I was struggling. I'm so grateful that I'm not there anymore, but I'm still not thriving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing good, but I'm doing good because I live by myself in a studio apartment, and I don't spend beyond my means. Y'all see me, I wear the same outfits every time I'm sitting in this goddamn bitch. What do you think? Okay? I done wore these pants twice this week.
Yeah.
I'm not out here shopping every fucking day. I wish I could. I'm not. And to people who are still trying to keep up with the Joneses, I beg, please stop. Please stop. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I know I don't like fit into the stereotypical age of disclosure conversation, but I do have a disclosure.
Please.
My big goal this year is to try and be debt free. That's it.
Ooh,
and
girl,
my debt lies with the IRS.
Oof.
And last year was the first time. Last year was the first time where I got caught up in all of my payments and I paid all of my IRS debts off. But I always file late because I just wait as long as possible to give you all money.
That's a huge thing.
Yeah, but then I have my taxes from what year is it? So 2024 is what I'm paying right now because I haven't filed 2025 yet. And I swear to God, like I think I have like $35,000 left. And I was considering like just the next few checks I get, just pay it all off. Just pay it the fuck all off. And Mindy, I got a notice for $11,000. Additional.
For what?
I don't know. And I remember Casanova-Brown said in a video, you can't even reach the fucking IRS.
You can't.
Bitch, it took me 3 days waiting hours on the phone to get a hold of them only to tell me they made a mistake.
Shut the fuck up.
Only to tell me they fucked up.
You know what? They fuck up often because that happened to me before.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, literally, a friendship ended because of this. Because they literally cleared out my bank account.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to, this before this administration, praise God, because it didn't take me 3 days to get through. And then they said, whoops, it'll be back in your account in maybe a month. The way they are out here playing with the average American when they literally have billionaires.
Yeah.
Did you see the plan that Bernie just submitted?
No.
So
like
Bernie,
a billionaire tax?
Yes, 5% on the top earners of this nation, which totals up to $938.
Is this a one-time thing or in perpetuity?
So he
not perpetuity, but
he wants to try it out as an annual thing. Right?
Good.
But listen to this: 5% on 938 people. It would create $4 trillion
a year?
Yes, in one go. This is the one tax, $4 trillion from 938 people. And he proposed that with this $4 trillion, we give every family of, I think it's like every family of four, which we can talk about that later because the single people like me, I want to check too.
Yeah.
But it would be, with this money, we would be able to refund Medicare for the nation. We would be able to, there was another thing that he wanted to pay for, and then also give $12,000 checks to every working family that makes under $150,000 in the nation.
Yes.
Every single family could get a $12,000 check. And MAGA people who literally work at gas stations are saying, fuck no, we don't want that, because it's coming from Bernie Sanders. We fumbled Bernie so bad. We fumbled Kamala, but we fumbled Bernie.
Yeah.
Real bad. $12,000 to each family is exactly what people need to be able to reset and breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe. It's only 5%. How much do you think we get taxed? We get taxed almost 30%.
Mm-hmm.
If you really add it up, federal and state. They get taxed.
It's ridiculous.
0.
Yeah.
And 5% would give our nation $4 trillion extra dollars annually.
Remember, Trump is suing the IRS, which a judge just said this is basically there's no precedence for this because you can't be president and sue your own agency. But he's suing the IRS because they exposed his tax records from 2016 and 2017, where he paid $1,500 cumulatively for both years.
$1,500 for both years. Y'all, we pay more than that in 2 months if you're making $16 an hour.
Yes. Like, it's ridiculous.
What are we talking about?
It's ridiculous. And I know, like, everybody, all these politicians now, all these candidates running, they're talking about, yes, I support the millionaires or the billionaire tax, the wealth tax, whatever. No, I want this shit to be a thing forever.
Yeah. This
should not just be a one-time 2% tax that you're putting on people. This and these corporations, they need to pay this shit forever.
Yes. The fact that y'all put tariffs on these companies, they made us pay for it, and now y'all are giving them refunds.
Yes.
Yet motherfuckers out here are still struggling to buy a bag of rice because the price went up. Do you know how expensive coffee is right now?
Girl, I haven't bought coffee in a while.
Coffee is so expensive right now.
Really?
Yes.
Ugh.
Literally, I was at the store looking, and for like one of those tin joints, it was like $16. Yeah. The little brick of Cafe Bustelo is now over $10.
Cafe Bustelo?
Yes. In fucking sane. It's real so shocked.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's fucking insane. Like I don't understand how, like, I think about myself all the time, and I think about how, you know, I'm like now able to have money left over after I pay my bills off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine having a child. This is just me, and I don't even eat dinner every night.
Mm-hmm.
This is just me eating tuna and girl dinners, pickles. You know what I mean? I'm being dead ass. I literally will eat like pickles and like a cheese roll and like tuna for dinner. Imagine having to cook a full meal for children every night. And I make more than single moms probably make in this city. Like, I think about how much money I'm making, which is not even a gross amount of money. I'm not making $100K. I'm not even making like close to it. I'm still making more than most people.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are people still getting paid under $20 an hour.
The federal minimum wage is $7.25. $7.25. When our costs have increased like 3x since 2000.
And you can't find an apartment that isn't a bachelor with a fucking with no stovetop and a mini fridge for less than $1,300-$1,400 a month in LA. Or you're like deep in the trenches in a food desert with underfunded schools and potholes in the road. And now y'all gentrifying the black neighborhoods because the rent's supposed to be cheaper, and now they jacking that bitch up, pushing families even further south. West Adams, I'm really disappointed in a lot of the spaces. I love West Adams though. I want to live there real bad. But I want to live there in a way that makes sense. Not in these fucking new community builds that are out here just fucking people over. I do believe, I don't think that you need to get on the internet to tell people that you're struggling, but I think within our communities, we need to start telling people. We got to start being way more open so that people stop asking things of you. I have been seeing so many videos of people being offended that people won't come to their weddings, and they're like destination weddings. You saw the Disney cruise one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So ridiculous.
Ridiculous as fuck. Y'all need to get a grip. You need to get a grip. One thing I refuse to do, I don't know if I am going to get married, but if I do get married, I'm never going to burden other people to come to my wedding.
Yeah.
You don't need to come out of pocket to come to my wedding. All I want you to do is get dressed and show up.
Yeah.
That's it. And if that means y'all got to eat before you get here, yup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that means that it's going to be a reception and not a fucking big ass fucking wedding, then it is what it is. If I got to tour my wedding and just go from city to city, I'll do that if I want to celebrate with my people. But I'm not about to sit here and expect y'all to buy round trip tickets to LA and then pay for hotels and rental cars to come to my absolutely not.
She was so out of touch for that.
Absolutely not. $5,000 to go to a fucking Disney cruise.
No.
Mind you, I don't even want to be on a cruise, let alone see a wedding on one.
And a Disney cruise at that? Absolutely not.
Disney adults piss me off low-key. I'm not going to lie. Because what are you even talking about? Like, even going to Disney itself is too much.
No, it's so expensive to go. It's so expensive.
I just know, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news or the fearmongerer, it is going to get worse. And I need us to start living frugally. I need us to start stockpiling dried rice and beans and things like that. And not in no like the world's gonna end kind of way. But if you have a tough week, you still have food. If you can't go to the grocery store, you still have things to eat. You know, you can still prioritize paying your bills if need be. In the video series, he mentioned that he believes that before the end of this year, there's going to be an involuntary rent freeze because so many people are unemployed and eventually they won't be able to pay. I'm always so flabbergasted whenever I drive down the street and see multiple new builds occurring.
Girl, same.
Who's moving in?
Same. And like, you know, one of the big talking points for California, but for a lot of other states too, is like, the housing prices, rent and mortgage, it's so expensive, and it's because there's a shortage in housing. And I'm like, is it? Is there a shortage?
Yes. Because the thing is, what people fail to clarify is there's a shortage on affordable
housing.
So there's hella new properties popping up, hella apartments, hella houses, townhomes. When I went back home to visit my mom in Atlanta, I was driving around. They're still building subdivisions, even though there are fully empty subdivisions.
Where your mom lives?
Yes. They're fully still building subdivisions, and there are subdivisions that are only 30% occupied. Why the fuck do you think if you build this, if they couldn't fill that shit out, what do you think is happening? In my mom's neighborhood, there was nothing but for rent signs or like for sale signs. Nobody can afford it. Why the fuck y'all still doing it? Like it has to
isn't
be
it a
money
write-off
laundering.
for them?
It has to. There has to be something happening.
When units go unoccupied.
Yes, has to be. Because I don't like most people that I know who are looking for apartments, it's taking months for them to find something. And it's not that there isn't available apartments. None of them are affordable. Y'all building apartments on Crenshaw and they start at $3,000.
Literally. Like I love looking for apartments for
Tabria's
people.
helping me.
Yes, I'm helping you. I'm helping another friend look for an apartment. And when I was looking at the landscape, I'm like, things have gotten so expensive. Like at least $3,500 for a 2-bedroom.
No AC.
What?
No laundry in unit. Vintage apartment with a stove that been there since 1938. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like creaky ass floors, uneven ass floors, dusty carpet still in the closet, and you're still charging people. I saw a studio apartment the other day because I was looking, but it was like really pretty. Like the paint and like the tile work was really stunning. $2,600 for a studio with no AC, no parking, and no laundry because it's vintage. It was like in the La Brea, Fairfax area. Are y'all smoking?
That's absurd.
Dick?
For 400 square feet.
What? My couch and my bed are touching. And you want me to spend $2,600 and that utilities are not included. So you're spending almost $3 a month on your housing alone. Fuck no. It has me not wanting to move because I got a good deal where I'm at.
You do.
I just hate that parking situation. It sucks. Ain't no park. Like I gotta literally. It took me 20 minutes to find parking the other day.
Damn.
Riding around in circles.
Oh, that does suck. Yeah, you need parking.
But what am I supposed to do? I found a lot that's literally 1 block away, but they charge almost $350
a month.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, y'all are like, everybody is out here out for self. They're literally trying to squeeze every last penny out of people. Fuck. And because of that, you guys are all gonna go to hell. All y'all going to hell.
That's really crazy.
Going to hell. Like capitalism is a disease.
Yeah.
It's a disease. Every time I say that, I remember that interview with that man who owned over 100 buildings in New York City and was mad at MAMDANI.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And he was like, I gotta eat too. You own 100 properties in New York City. You are a multi-millionaire. You don't even live in the city anymore. That's how rich you are. But you're complaining because he wants to cap how much you can charge people for rent. You're evil. You're evil.
Oh, child.
No one is doing as well as they used to be in this country right now. And if you are managing to pay your rent and maintain your job and take care of yourself, take care of your children, take care of your family, you are doing a wonderful job. And I want to say congratulations.
Yeah.
Because you're doing good, sweetie. You are.
Especially if you got some left over.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Okay. Who got a savings?
Yeah.
Who? Nobody has a savings. You're doing wonderful. I just opted out my 401k because they want to take 8% of my check. I said, you want to take 8%? And you want to take almost $300 out my check for my health insurance? What's going to be left for me? Opted out that bitch because also what's a 401k going to do for me right now? I'd rather just open my own IRA.
Yeah,
my own Roth. Like I'd rather do it myself.
And just contribute what you can.
That's it. Whenever I can. Well, you got a question for me?
No, I've been slacking on questions.
Let's see. Okay. Since we were talking about biopics and you cannot say Beyonce, what artist do you really wish you could see a truthful biopic about? Like the real deal story.
And it can't be Beyonce or MJ, I guess.
Yeah, because we already have it. Who doesn't have one?
Oh, who doesn't have one?
Someone who doesn't have one, who you would love to see, like a real, like, truthful biopic.
Let's see. Can it just be a truthful biopic?
Yeah.
Because if they have one already, then
No.
But it may not be the truth.
No, somebody new.
Oh, fine. I'm thinking Prince.
He doesn't have one?
No, he does, because he never wanted to make one.
Okay.
He stopped it.
You ate that up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you ate that up. Diana Ross.
Absolutely.
Truthful.
Because Diana.
Dirty Diana. Diana. Quincy Jones, too.
I would be here for, I want Diana's more, but
Yeah.
I would definitely be here for Quincy.
Quincy just lived a very interesting life. He had an exceptional life. Like an exceptional life.
Yeah.
He started off by being a child running into Ray Charles and saying, "Can I play with you?" And now he's on tour with Ray Charles.
Oh, that's wild.
Career took off.
Yeah.
What? Iconic life.
Mm-hmm.
Diana, I want the mess.
Yes.
Prince,
Want the mess.
I want the mess.
Yes.
I want the mess.
Yeah.
Modern day, I would love to see a Demi Lovato.
That's a good one. That
Demi
is
Lovato.
a good one.
Did you see her singing with her man?
No.
She's on like a tour or something like that, or did a performance. And her man is another artist who I am unaware of. White people know him. His name is Jute, I think. But he's a singer as well. And they did a duet and they were singing. And when I tell you, I forgot that Demi got pipes.
She got pipes.
She got pipes.
Yeah, she can sing.
She was doing these runs in this high pitched like octave. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
She was like flawlessly harmonizing with him. It was insane. And you could tell that she wasn't forced. You know, you hear somebody sing and you could see like the veins that they were really pushing it out. It didn't even give that she was pushing it out. It felt like she was just like chilling. Oh my God. And she's been through so much shit. I need to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern day, I don't know. I mean, this isn't really modern, but Aaliyah.
Oh, a truthful one. Truthful. Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oof. That one would put a few people in jail.
No, for real. Yeah,
Well,
that's a good one.
Thanks.
Cool. Well, guys, be sure to rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah, y'all. Follow us on everything.
Yes.
Leave us reviews, please. We haven't gotten a new review since the last time we had a podcast.
Oh, we have? Yes, we have.
No, I'm kidding.
Yes, we have. Also, Trey's new show, Nemesis, comes out on Netflix on May 14th.
Yes,
Be
guys,
sure to
please tune in. Well, we're gonna remind you because there'll be another podcast before it actually drops.
Yeah.
But wait, what day is that one?
I think it's a Friday.
It's a Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Next podcast, we're gonna give a little segment about it. We're really like we're pushing.
We should. Well, that's the one I'll be out of town. So it'll have to be like 2 weeks late.
That's okay.
But yeah.
Okay. But yay, guys. It's been real.
It's been fun.
It's
been
been
real
real
fun. We'll
fun.
see you next week. Bye.
CWatt.